Well, it's gonna be a very interesting day with bunch of topics that are utterly awesome and weird.
Take me far away, I think I've had enough. I can't do no more, I'm finally breaking. You lost all my trust, I'm walking out of time. Taking me away.
Microphone check 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the WOLVPVCK podcast, when we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly topics that happens on a weekly basis here in the entertainment industry. I'm your host, Wolfson, and without further ado, let's get down with the shiznit. So, last week I threw down 2 episodes. It's very hard for me to do that, but one of them was warranted because of the fresh and fit news, and then the other one is just my weekly episodes, that I throw every day. I heard a lot of people that actually liked having two podcasts in a week. I wish I could do that and have the time of it. Maybe when there's more presidential times, I can actually go ahead and do that. But right now, it's kind of hard. But we'll see what happens. I mean, what if we get the Lone Wolf back and running, having more interviews? I know we can throw 2 episodes every week. We're having the Lone Wolf out of it, so we'll see how it goes. But guys, be sure to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes and hit the bell for notification. See how it goes. Sorry, I'm right now getting stressed because I don't know why my phone isn't working, and if that's the case, then golly them. So yeah, guys, we got quite a few topics. We definitely want to talk about so what I talked about, the aftermath of Fresh and Fit, and how I continue to expose them. And this, I promise you, this is gonna be the last one in a long time, unless they did something wild that needs its attention for next week. But after that, I'm gonna stop. Because the red pill space is dying. I'm all forward to it. Let's go. And for them to completely die, we need to stop talking about it. But it's important to talk about the aftermath, and to continue to exposing them with some videos from other content creators that has been very, very, very critic on these guys, and demonstrate you guys of why you shouldn't invest on that. And of course, we're gonna take a listen to Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban didn't have any particular saying with the Fresh and Fit. That's not his world, because he's beneath that world. He doesn't give a shit. But he has some very informative information and informative advice that I would recommend for people to take precedent and listen to it. We also gotta discuss the Brittany Renner that just happened this week, and also my review to ArmoredCored6 fires. This is fire. And I'm going to retract some things that I said about the PlayStation Portable, because I fairly gave it a very negative view. But I stand what I say. But there's just some things that I'm going to add on to it that will be a little bit more of the positive side. So let's get started with this whole Fresh and Fit aftermath, guys. Let's just get it done, and just I'm done with it. I've noticed there's this content creator named O'Shea Jackson. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your YouTube channel wrong, but he's it popped out in my feed a few times. I took interest to see what's up. I looked at some of his videos. He actually does fairly, very balanced and neutral on certain topics. While I disagree with some of the topics and that he talks about, Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, there's other places in which I do fairly agree. One of them, in the way he exposes Fresh and Fit, with their stuff, and we're just gonna react to it, because when I saw the video, I want to actually re-see it again with you guys. I saw the video that was ooh, there's quite a few things that I haven't said that these guys explain it much better than I could. If you guys want to take a look at it, there's sure I'm gonna put the link in the description down below for the original source. But yeah, I definitely want to check it out with you guys. And also, I definitely wanted to give you guys a video that I popped out on my shorts about the potential money that these guys were making every month with their channel and how they're like really, really full of it? We're going to take a look. So if we're going to go.
People will look at me and other creators who are critical of Fresh and Fit as bona fide haters. We're upset because we don't have Fresh and Fit's fan base. We are upset because we don't have their success. Or thirdly, we're upset because we don't have their access to women. And when I hear those arguments, I think that it's pretty bogus because it really goes around the argument of how terrible Fresh and Fit really are as people and as scam artists. And nobody has broken this down better than my good brother, Pocket Watching with JT. We can deal with the demonetization in another argument, but today we're not dealing with being demonetized. We all know that they are demonetized, but what we're dealing with right now are character issues that Fresh and Fit seem to always have and can never get it right. But now, let's kind of do this. Rewind, Ema! You see, Fresh and Fit started off as a podcast in 2020, and then after that, they became the largest men's podcast in the world. And both of these guys had careers in doing something else before they became lady coach magnets, literally, and started selling overpriced courses. But you see, Pocket Watching with JT has done a really good job on breaking down these particular brothers. And we're going to deal with him based on the fake guru checklist, all right? And number one is falsely claims to be experts, create fake social proof, sell overpriced courses. I'll let Pocket Watching with JT deal with that right now.
See, one of the things I keep telling you, all of y'all guys, about these fake Fresh and frauds. They're a bunch of frauds. They're scammers and selling you courses and shit. Like, what did I told you in the previous episodes? If they tell you that there's a course that's gonna make you millions because I have the blueprints to it, do not get into it. Do not get into it. I've said this so many times and I'm gonna keep repeating myself until somebody in the back finally hears it. Jay-Z can literally give you the blueprints to his success, to where he started from A to Z. You're not going to be Jay-Z. You just won't be. Why? Because it worked on Jay-Z. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. It might work in a certain aspects. It might work halfway, but it's not going to work all the way. It just won't, because if that would be the case, we'll be having a lot of Jay-Z's by now. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, let me just show you guys credits are, and he could have not said it any better than I can, honestly.
Pull up the link. You guys can call into the show. You can let me know where I went right, where I went wrong.
JT,
we can have a conversation.
Shout out
but
to
in
you,
my view,
man.
Fresh and Fit are playing the same set of rules that all other fake gurus do. Give me a minute, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So what am I saying by fake gurus, right? Right here, this is my checklist. This is the checklist that I normally use to determine if someone is a fake guru or not. This is
so his checklist saying fake guru to make sure that these guys are a bunch of fake gurus. And guys, you should also take advantage of it. I'm sure he's gonna explain right now, but I'm gonna read it out for you guys, for those audio people who don't know what I'm looking at. Guru checklist is 1, falsely claim to be experts. 2, create a social proof to unrealistic persona stories and fake news press release. Boy, have we seen that many times from these two idiots and others too. 3, sell overpriced courses that do not work. What I tell you, like, imagine Hustlers University. It's like $2,000 for 1 month, and you're gonna make the same level as Andrew Tate. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. And these guys are no different. They do the same thing as well. So we're gonna hear it from.
This is the criteria. A fake guru is going to be someone who falsely claims to be an expert in something. Falsely claim. Why are they falsely claiming? Because to be a true expert, it takes years of study.
Facts.
Meaning, you can't wake up one day and decide, I'm an expert in something.
Exactly. Guys, you think do you believe that me as an audio engineer and as a music producer and as a DJ and now as a podcast, that I got all that over one night? No, that should take me years. In fact, I'm right now running 18 years as a DJ. 18 years as a DJ. That's a lot of time. I've been doing this since I was 15, DJing. I didn't start making production like 10, 12 years ago. Yeah. 10, 12 years ago is when I started making music production. And yeah, 10, 12 years ago as an audio engineer. And like 3 years, 3 or 4 years, if you count Gitanium, 3 or 4 years as a podcaster. And you guys can check my literally first episode of my podcast in the Lone Wolf podcast. And you can literally see how it gradually gets better and better, and how I get better talking to people, and how I got better talking to you guys. Doesn't happen overnight. Like anybody who tells you that it happened to me last year and now I'm a full expert, no. I'm not even an expert. I don't even consider myself an expert on any of these fields either. I'm great at these fields because that's my career. That's what I do for a living. I'm great at it. I would never claim myself as an expert. Never. Probably sometimes I'll just durf off my shoulders and call me, yeah, I'm an expert at this. Like, sure. Give me my little ego boost on there. But nah, bro. Like
it takes time and hard work to develop the skill set and the experience to be a true expert. You cannot be an expert in something in 1 year.
No.
It takes time. So in general, all fake gurus are going to be someone, some guy, some girl. They are falsely claiming to be an expert. That's going to be number one. Number two.
I'm going to continue on. But what did I keep telling everybody? What can I keep telling you about these red pill content creators? They talk and talk and talk about like, well, I know about this because of this, and that. But all of this bull crap. Why? Because they talk out of their ass without experience. Zero experience. Zero. How many times I called them out because they have zero experience? How the hell this guy, Myron, and me, how do I hook up with girls or a high value man where they don't even hook up their own girls that they even bring into the podcast, or they don't even know how to. They don't the status that of rich people status where they're supposed to be. How are they telling me that they're rich when they're not really rich? The fuck out of here.
They create fake social proof. Now, there's various ways that a fake guru will make fake social proof. I'm going to highlight two tonight. Number one, fake gurus, they like to tell these unrealistic personal stories. Let me give you an example. I have heard with my own ears and seen with my own eyes through these very thick glasses. I've heard and seen fake gurus tell personal stories that are super unrealistic like this. I was able to turn $300 into $3 million in a year. Right? I've heard crazy stories like that. Now, they have absolutely no proof. They provide no documentation. They just talk. They just say these things. You serious? But their audience believes them. This is a way to create social proof. They'll tell an unrealistic story. How they came from nothing. Shit. Even less than maybe what you have.
If you turn 300 into 3 million in 1 year, I want to sign up. I want to know. I want to make 3 million. Shit.
And through some crazy process that they came up with, maybe they discovered it, whatever it is.
Because they're the only ones who discovered. They're the ones who actually
from going from nothing
with this process. Nobody
to some amazing result. That's the unrealistic story that fake gurus tell. Another way that fake gurus provide, fake social proof is they just come out with press releases.
He went through number one and number two. Remember that whole thing called create fake social proof? Let's check out this particular clip from John Anthony Lifestyle, and then I want to come back.
He wears a gold chain that says CEO on it, cringe, which stands for collect every opportunity, even more cringe, which is the name of his fake, non-existent social media agency. Fresh, where's your website clients or testimonials? Oh, you don't need them, I guess. You have a gold chain and shirts that say CEO. This is supposed to be the guy who gives business advice and helps guys become high-value men. Okay? He must have wised up recently because he took his Yahoo News article off of his link tree, but it's still up on Yahoo. I'll put these articles here. He's linking all this stuff. This is a poorly written page.
Wow. December 30, 2020. Fresh article on Yahoo say Mr. Weeks, known as Fresh Prince CEO, created a much needed business to offer people advice on business and lifestyle tips to better their lives. Okay. Because you only discovered, you were the CEO, control every opportunity. That's why he's, I don't know who's gonna break it to him, but CEO means Chief Executive Officer on any company. You can't just change the acronyms and be like, oh yeah, that's how we do it.
A press release that is credited to VIP Media Group at the bottom. It reads like it was outsourced to some Chinese guy on Fiverr. It was syndicated from AccessWire, which is a paid press release service from Associated Press. Here's a link where it says paid content from AccessWire. I'll show that on the screen. Fresh alludes to the article being featured in CBS, Fox News, Disrupt Magazine, Chicago Weekly News, and New York Finance, which might not even be a real publication. Did his Fiverr designer misspell New York Times Finance, or is he stupid enough to think that people won't notice? There's no record of him being published in any of these publications. It shows proof of that. According to his LinkedIn, he has zero business experience and was working in customer service up until December 2020, which is 2 months after he started the podcast with Myron. This dummy didn't even bother to make a LinkedIn for Fresh and Fit. I guess his fans are too busy hustling and getting money in the streets and probably don't have jobs anyways. And then he shows the LinkedIn for Walter Weeks, which is his real name, which we're going to go into another email in a moment about all that Walter Weeks shit. Onto his products. First, you have his free social media guide, a landing page with no confirmation page. It's not even hooked up to an autoresponder. When you enter your email address, he sends a confirmation from his Gmail address. This guy doesn't know how to set up a simple website and custom domain. CEO, by the way. Any links to that. The next product is called DMs on Demand. And the sales page looks like it was written by a 6-year-old. $700 product. Obviously, fake screenshots with models saying, hi, baby. And then you show screenshots for that. At the time of this email, Myron and Fresh just launched their new High Value Academy, another scam course for $790.
If this doesn't level of scam, this is nothing will. $800 for you to yourself. So you $800 over course so you can become a high value man. $800. I'll do you one better, guys, for free. You don't need $800 to be a high value man. You know what you need? Work hard. So a trade school or a diploma or certificate or an associate degree, and then start working on a job. You guys know that certain plumbers can potentially make from $70,000 to $100,000 a year? Plumbers! Technicians make that money or even more. You don't need to learn that much. Shit, you know. Again, we want to be high value. We want to be rich, right? You know what? What I'm gonna be rich of? This. High value man. Okay, high value man for what? What am I getting? What position? What money am I getting? Oh, investment. Okay, how do I get to investments if I don't have the money? I don't have the leverage. You just get it. Just get it.
They had a fake content timer to create false scarcity, but you can still click the link and check out. The program features Rich Pooper and some of the other usual scam teachers teaching the course material.
So you guys heard it there. Shout out to John Anthony Lifestyle for that. I'll leave a link in the first comment pinned to the top where you can see that Walter Week, known as Fresh Prince CEO, paid to have this particular fake guru article written about him. Okay, so you guys don't understand. You're dealing with frauds. But here's the last part. Okay, about their actual credibility as dating coaches. Again, I'll let my man watching with JT break that down.
Experience.
They say, welcome to Fresh and Fit, the #1 man self-improvement podcast in the world. We provide the truth to men on females, finance, and fitness.
The free Fs that provides you for being a high value man. Females, finance, and fitness. Wow, I didn't know exercising become a high value man. Finances, sure, because you need to know a little bit of financial stability so you can make certain investments. But I didn't know that female comes into the place. Like, oh yeah, I need to score shit so I could be a high value man. Well, most of the these guys just talk shit to women and belittling them. Wow, that to be a high value man. That's what it takes.
That's what they do. Based on their own language, that's what they do. So I'm assuming these two gentlemen are experts in females, finance, and fitness. Not that hard. Not that hard to see. So let's take a look and see what we got here. And once again, all of this comes directly from these two guys. This comes from them. So let's take a look at what they say about themselves. Now, I cannot pronounce this gentleman's real first name, so I'm going to go by his alias, Myron Gain. So Myron is an author, a real estate investor, prior to entrepreneurship. So before starting the podcast. So let's be clear. The podcast is really his self-employment. Before the podcast, there wasn't really self-employment. He goes into this pretty deep when he talks about being someone who was an agent for Homeland Security, then the podcast. Wasn't a whole lot of business deals going on between those two things. So it's Homeland Security, podcast. So before the podcast, he was working as a special agent. Got it. And he holds a degree in criminal justice from Northeast University in Boston.
Sure.
Now,
I guess
when I read through his own bio,
that's his bio.
I don't really see any type of expertise in these three things. Now, he got a degree in criminal justice. Shout out. He worked as a special agent, Homeland Security. All right. But what does that have to do with any kind of expertise in females, finance, and fitness?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'll come back here again. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, we're turning our heads and some advice and expertise from these two frauds when nowhere near does it say I'm an expert on financing. I'm an expert. I'm talking to women, how to get women and hooking up women. None of it says like I'm a pro at the gym because I'm a gym bro. From their own bio, from their own website, which is kind of shitty website, honestly. I've seen way better websites from way better fake gurus. They're the ones that saying right there, I'm prior in entrepreneurship. You were into FBI, Homeland Security, whatnot. I don't know what other entrepreneurship. Maybe the podcast. That's when you started your entrepreneurship. All right. Then again, you don't have any experience. You just started the. You just picked up the mic and go about it. Where's the expertise? Where does it show that he's an expert at female finance and fitness? Maybe I'll give him the fitness part. Maybe I'll give that to him. But in the females and the finance, I still haven't seen anything that this tells me that you are high value. I still haven't seen anything that you are doing smart choices with your money. I still haven't seen anything like if anything, you saying how to hook up with women and this and that, but I honestly haven't seen it because all I've seen is you talking so much shit to these women and belittling them and putting them small and them out, insulting them. That's all I've seen. Honestly, women don't react like that. If you say no, women do react with negative attention, then you get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because it doesn't work that way. Oh, but you cannot be always nice because nice people always finish last. It's like sure. You cannot be nice all the time because I failed on that part. Did I? Did I fail at being way too nice to women over the years? Was I friends though so many times? Probably. Because I was too nice? Sure. But you know what that tells me? That tells me I'm a nice person. I don't have any malicious intent towards you or anyone else. Why? Because that's not how they raised me in my home. They raised me to be a very nice person, respectful person. That's what I am. Oh, but you gotta mean something. You're just like, okay, sure. I mean, then again, I got married. 4 years strong with this woman. 4 years strong, and we're still kicking at it. And I'm just being me and being nice. I don't know, guys. Who are you gonna believe? The person who's been in a relationship for 4 years because I'm being a nice person and got married, or are we gonna go and listen to somebody who's never held a relationship more than a month, and all he does is talking shit to women, and that's it. We're gonna believe a. Oh, okay, my bad. Damn. Then I have no expertise. But then again, remember what I say about the finance portion of it? I'm gonna play this clip that I saw from this other podcast, people. And this is Fresh and Fit talking about their finances and how much they make. It's pretty interesting that in the podcast, when women ask these guys how much they made, they just give them a scarce number. They say like, I fairly make good. Like I make over 6 figures, They're very scarce. But when they go to another podcast, they were very open with what they make. And here's my reaction to what they make is full of baloney. What am I talking about? Let me show you guys from the Iced Coffee Hour. How much
it's currently making right now?
I'm pretty transparent. I make 6 figures a month. All the money I make, I pretty much take it and I just go buy houses with it. I have 12 real estate properties. I've been... Bruh.
You serious?
You make 6 figures a month?
Gotcha, bitch.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Then you all right, Myron, you convinced me in saying that you did a smart move of quitting the yearly 6 figures of the Homeland Security by taking 6 figures every month. Kudos. And you have 12 properties, 12 houses. All right, guys. The reason why I'm being paused and I'm trying to the reason why is because I don't believe a single word that he's saying. It makes sound believable, and you know what? It could be true. I could be wrong. But if that's the case, that he actually made 6 figures a month, has 12 properties all around, what's with all the crying in his last episode of the due to demonetization? What was all that crying for? What was all that crying saying this is the end for the Fresh and Fit? What was that crying that's saying we need to pay our 20 staff members? We don't have the money for it. What was that crying for? What was the pay $5 to subscribe, guys? Because we need the $5 to subscribe on Rumble. We don't even have 1,000. We need to pay you guys just $5 so you can subscribe and you can give us all the donations and whatnot. That crying for? You sounded like you were losing money and you're about to lose your whole shit and that you have no other money. But then again, here I hearing from your mouth, horse's mouth, that you actually make 6 figures and you have invested on what? What was that crying about? If you're invested on 12 properties, then you're good. What did I say in the previous episode? That if you took this shut down everybody, half of the people will be like, fuck, I'm screwed. I got nothing else to do. But then the other half will be like, all right, no problem. I already took some of that money and invested on properties and whatnot. And I would have done the same thing on properties. And he's getting passive income. What was he crying about? What were Fresh and Fit crying? See the level of the level of narcissism coming from out of their mouths and the audacity coming from them say that this is the end, that we're done with making money. What? But okay, let's hear it all the way to the end. Let's hear it. I'm sorry that I stopped preemptively. Hold on.
Buying crazy the past like 2 years. The interest rates were low, so it's free money.
Walk in.
Yeah, so I got 4 properties in Miami and then another 8 in Connecticut, and I'm looking to expand.
How is your business broken down?
We have Super Chats, we have Twitch as well, we have Rumble, and then we have as well real estate on the side.
Can you talk about how much it's currently making right now?
I'm pretty transparent. I make 6 figures a month. All the money I make, I pretty much...
Emotional, damn it.
What were they crying about their home studio, their apartment in Brickell? What the fuck were they crying about? They're kicking us out. They're kicking us out. What were they crying about? Oh, we're moving on to a bigger, better studio. Then what were you crying about? You have 12 properties, 4 of them in Miami? Go to your next property. Why are you guys living in the same apartment building, which you're sure, like, why were you all living in the same apartment building? Why were you all living, making the studio in your own place where you sleep? And why were you crying about the demonetization? Like, I have no other money and I need you guys to send me money. We got 20 staff. We need to learn how to pay all these staff. Yet you potentially make 6 figures. Like, you make $1.2 million before taxes. You're telling me that you are a millionaire? Because you say you make 6 figures every month. Yet all I'm hearing is all this crying that we're done and this and that. It just shows you the inconsistency of their lives, of their experience, of their scam. Bruh. This is the last time I'm going to talk about them for a long time, for a while. Hopefully they don't do something crazy. But Jesus Christ, everybody listen to all those red pillars and all those fresh and fit fans are listening. Guys, how much more do I need to bring to you guys of how fake these guys are? How much more? Seriously. The Matrix is out to get them. That's the best lie ever. Deflect. The Matrix is up to get them. Okay.
You serious?
Okay, sure. We're going to listen to Mark Cuban one last time and we can end it with that. This is what he said. And coming from Baller Busters, I feel like this is actually a very, very good financial advice and everything. I mean, I will listen to Mark Cuban because, hey, he's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, has several successful businesses, and he is a multimillionaire, possibly almost billionaire. I don't know. I know he's multi-million. So if there's any, and he's on Shark Tank, who gives people opportunities to finance their business and whatnot. Hey, anybody that will listen about finances, definitely this guy. Because he sure knows. So let's take a look at what he's saying. An actual billionaire says it and people still argue. That's one of the comments. It's amazing how people can be so blind to not see this common sense take. Money has blinded people and social media is effectively a bioweapon at the facts. Watch. Here's the tip of the day for all of you guys for free. Free advice. We don't need $100 from Fresh's Fits course. We don't need $2,000 from Hustle's University. No. Here's the free tip of advice from somebody who's a multi-millionaire, possibly billionaire.
When you see somebody on social media telling you how they're going to make you money, they're lying. I'm going to give you a secret that all successful people know. When you have a great idea, when you have a way to make lots of money, the number one thing you are not going to do is sell that idea, sell that service, sell that approach to anybody else. You're going to use it for yourself. You're going to start your own company. You're going to start your own LLC, whatever it may be, and take that and make money for yourself. Let me just give you some common sense information. When somebody's selling it, their idea, shoes, drop shipping, whatever it may be, to you, and they're selling it to other people, you know what they're doing besides lining their pockets? They're creating competition for you. Now there's 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 people doing the exact same thing as you. And you know what they call somebody that goes into a business where there's unlimited number of people that you already know are doing the exact same thing as you? They call them stupid. Don't do it. Do not send your money to anybody online who's just telling you how they're going to make you rich. If they were really that good, they would be making themselves rich and not sharing it. So save your money, Figure it out.
Do I need to say more? Do I need to say more? Do I really need to say more? Oh, but you're being cucked. You're in the Matrix. This is like playing media. It's like, me? All I'm hearing is a little bit of common sense. Repeat myself over and over for every time I keep telling myself, I keep telling you guys, if Jay-Z gives you a blueprint to his success, that does not give you a guarantee that you're going to be as successful as Jay-Z, because if it's true, there will be hundreds of thousands of Jay-Z's by now. Everybody will be a millionaire. Same concept applies to these guys. Just because these guys, they say that they found the key to success, doesn't mean that it's true. Doesn't mean that it's a guarantee that you'll be successful. Why? Because if it's true, they will be millionaires by now. And according to them, they're losing their apartment, they're losing their studio. They're trying to get to a new studio, and they're asking for money for subscribing. Yet they claim that they need to pay like 20 staff members out of six figures and whatnot every month. They're not making money. But here in other videos, they say no money every day. And we got properties and whatnot. You couldn't go on your own property. You could have your own property with its own studio and whatnot. Like, moral of the story, guys, is moral of the story is that if you guys continue to follow this path of listening to idiots like Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, MOD, and Rollo Tomasi and whatnot, you're gonna be more broke than you initially started. Because all that money that you invested in, you could have literally invested it on our potential business. You could invest yourself on it. I had to invest myself to make this podcast happen. That's hard-earned money, my own hard-earned money. I'm seeing the results that it's starting to fruition. But again, you could have used that money for stuff like this. You could have start like whatever, like the pink lady who's going broke right now. Make their own pink sauce, or the fidget spinners. If you guys put your mind into it, so you guys want to invest on something, and use that money to invest on it. But the problem that we're facing, that people want fast results. They want it now because they feel like they don't have enough time. That's the problem that we're facing right now. Everybody wants it on the now, on the go. No, slow money doesn't get me pay the bills right now. I want money right now. And that's the ultimate downfall for everybody. Again, that's the result. Do not listen to Fresh and Fraud. They're a bunch of scammers. They're talking so much shit. None of them makes sense. Not everything they keep saying is inconsistency. And unless they do something extreme that I have to talk about it, I'm done talking about them. Honestly, the end of them. Let's move on to one of the crazy stories that happened this week. Brittany Renner writes again, I'm being a crazy ass.
Damn.
Sorry, I got too excited. That was the Chris Tucker and me on Rush Hour 2 movie. But we're going to see what she's did. And in a world where you see Brittany Renner going crazy and then you're making Charleston White like good next to you, that means when you know that you messed up. Like, you are crazy as shit. And for those of you who don't know, Charleston White is a known raw piece because he's saying some of the wildest things on the internet, and saying that he has done train wrecks on women, especially white women, because they deserve to be like that. So he just does the deal with the white women and then brings his homies so they can pow on the white girls, and he doesn't even tell her, and she just has to take it. He said this from his own mouth. He's a horrible, evil person. I don't know why he's getting, platform and popularity. One day he's gonna pay for it. One day, karma does come in all sorts of matters. Karma comes in all shapes and sizes. I mean, it happened to the Fresh Freds and whatnot. Karma comes back right and bites you in the ass. Eventually, it's gonna happen to Charleston White. But the fact that we're talking about him with Brittany Renner and you're making Charleston White look, that says a lot of how messed up Brittany Renner is right now. What am I talking about? Let's just take a look at this video from Play. I try to find the actual video, but I don't know if they did it or they just they messed it up. I don't know. But here's the video. I'm gonna do bits and pieces. But shout out to Playback for their video.
It is what it is.
It only started a few seconds, and this is how crazy she is right now. Oh, it gets worse. Watch.
Second, they think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello. I heard her say.
You believe in true love, yet you seek basketball players so they can baby you up and then let them pay you child support. Truly seek you truly seek PJ as your true love. You're like what 10 years older than the guy, and you know he was gonna be a prominent NBA player. You see true love coming from the woman that wrote a book of all the men she has slept in the industry, like hip hop celebrities, athletes. Coming from the woman, she slept with everybody. Even what was it? Prominent quarterback that's no longer playing. Kaepernick. There you go. Yeah, he's becoming a faded memory. Wow, when we'll see his comeback? Kaepernick and other married people. Like you literally wrote a whole book that you've been hoeing on everybody. But you believe in true love? Okay.
Said it 100 fucking times. Hello? Listen to what I fucking say. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking. Okay. Because I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying? Talk. And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. Hey.
Bro.
He's sitting over there, motherfucking. Shut the fuck up. Oh, shit. Shut up.
Yo, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. Anybody who physically attacks me, whether it's a physical punch or throws shit at me unprovoked and starts screaming like that, get the fuck out of my place. Get the fuck out of my studio. Get the fuck out of my show. Go fuck yourself. Get out. Just get out. Kick them out. That's highly disrespectful. And she was throwing it. Amy, not that one of the podcast hosts, but one of the studio guys. And all is chaos all around. It's like, bro, what? No. At that time, these two losers, wherever they are, the Dancer Project, you get this button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because who in their bright mind will let this girl continue on and throwing this bitch fit of whatever she's doing, and after she assaulted somebody, you let her on, you keep going. Oh, for the clips, for the views. You get the bottom.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're just bad as her. And the hell puts two controversial hosts together? Again, controversy, so everybody can be talking. Duh, I forgot about that, of course.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up while she talking.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up when you're talking to me. I just died a little bit.
I wasn't even saying
No, you shut the. You're not laughing, bro.
No.
Because they were laughing.
I can't.
They weren't shutting the fuck up while she was talking.
That was rude.
Man, rude, nigga. So she had to throw that bottle like that dumb nigga over there, bro.
Her reputation's so bad. She was like freaking policy on all podcasts, bro.
Because she's on something.
Oh, yeah, she's on a lot of liquor. What she's on.
I definitely feel like she's onto something, like either drunk or high, something. No rational person. It doesn't make sense. No rational person will act this way, just like that. No way. It couldn't be.
What's she on, bro? It might be more than liquor, bro.
Listen, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second-degree tear, hello?
I can't
Hello?
right there.
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking like. I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Like that.
Let me tell you something.
Damaging all my equipment. I kicked her out.
Go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. At the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. Hey, listen, hear you. Hey, listen, that's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
She hit the wrong nigga.
Hey, don't be sitting over there laughing. Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here. I ain't talking to Then bat me in my shit then. Bat me in my shit.
Apologies, Chap.
Bat me in my shit. Nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. So nobody, you, him, whoever the fuck, you don't get to sit here and talk about shit. All right. I ain't no fucking security, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Bat me in my shit then. Bat me in my shit then. It is what it is. But I'm sitting here respecting you. What did I do to you?
What did you do to me? The audacity that comes out of her to say, like, I did to you. It's like, you disrespected me. You throw a bottle of water. You're throwing shit out. Like, what? How delusional can you be? Again, in a world that you make Charleston White better looking, bruh. And I feel like she was either drunk or high or something. She was on something because no sane person will go this way unless you're Kanye, but he's on bipolar. So maybe she's bipolar. I don't know. Nobody knows what I gone through. Yeah, you told us what you gone through. Huh? Okay.
What did I do to you is the question.
I'm seeing that, and I see my microphone, and I just bro, chill with the microphone. Chill. Oh my God.
She has me more. She's gone, bro.
What did I do to you?
The water,
What did I do to you?
went all over. That's the chant. You know what I mean?
What did I do to you, though?
That's Shannon Briggs. That's the chant.
Bro, the moment that Charleston White has to go through the background behind her, it goes like, no, don't, stop. Again, a world that we make White the good guy in all this. What world are we living? What?
In here, flagging off. Hold on, stop. What did I do to you, though? What did I do to you?
You didn't do none of that. Man, that man almost stands 7 feet tall. You didn't do none of that.
What you gonna do to me? To me, bat me in my shit and knock me the fuck out.
No, ma'am.
What you want me to do?
We're not those
What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Whoa.
Because I can't take you on. So what you talking about? Let me tell you something. I ain't a really bad nigga in here. Shit. No, this is my touch up.
Good.
Listen,
bro.
Charleston.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is a motherfucking real nigga right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
And if I understand him,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
understand me. We want to understand each other.
Hand.
So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play sports. I can tell you play sports.
Yeah, I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta.
At least you had a natural birth. Thank God. There we go. Somebody laughing.
What is going on?
Let me tell you something.
Don't jack him up.
This guy right here, I listened to him.
You threw the bottle of water. The bottle of water was open. I'm gonna answer though. You threw the bottle of water. The bottle of water was open. It did hit him. I understand. At the end of the day, I think it's all good. We're okay. Let's move forward.
It's uncomfortable to be wet.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just, you know what I mean?
You hear what?
Isn't that?
Miss ma'am.
No?
No, come on, please. Come on, man, please.
No?
Come on,
I
man,
need you to be kind and respectful to my guests.
Oh, what? Come on, man.
This nigga right here has a giant smile on his face. A Kool-Aid ass smile. Nigga said, "Wet, Brittany Renner, you riding me? Water? Okay, he should have alley facts." And she's windmilling that. Yeah, I know, right? She's windmilling that. Bitch.
Never been wet before.
I don't know what's that like. You been wet? I don't know.
This is a new experience for me.
What are you doing?
Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute.
Nah, bro. I don't know how much more of this. There's just more. No, I'm done. I'm done. In a world that somebody throws water at me, again, assaults me like that, that's it. We're done. No, you're not gonna come over to my show and disrespect me like that. No, sir. And act that way like a child? No, these guys were the Dancer Project, bro. You guys are a bunch of bozos for letting this happen. All because you want that viral moment because you want everybody talking. Now, I understand the business aspect. It's like, yeah, now everybody, we're going to get the views. We're going to get the clips. Everybody's going to be talking about us. Yeah, now we're relevant. And maybe that's exactly why Brittany Renner did this, because I haven't heard from her in a long, long time. And now she want to stay relevant. So everybody's taking notes of the Joe Budden, way of staying relevant by saying stupid shit on the internet, I guess. But she took it way too extreme. And the way she was disrespecting everybody, screaming over the mic, throwing shit. And all of a sudden, she's just start twerking on Charleston White and saying that Charleston White is the man and whatnot. Like, again, in a world where we're making Charleston White the good guy, what? Why? Hit the button, man. Honestly, hit the button.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
More final thoughts into this. She needs to get locked up, honestly. She has a child. That's what's crazy. She has a child. And this is not gonna look good with the baby daddy, because he's in the NBA and NBA doesn't like controversy. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna wrap this up right now. We're just gonna throw the last few thoughts that I got. My review because I need to end this on a positive note. And I'm done talking about these guys. And I had a lot more topics, but we don't have that much time. We can discuss this next week or so on. Don't worry. I'm so thrilled that we got topics for days. So my review to ArmoredCored6 Fires of Rubicon. Let me tell you guys something. It's been a while since I played very good mech game. I'm a huge Gundam fan. Huge. One of the biggest Gundam fans you could ever meet. Like I still collect them even to this day. And if anybody knows me, knows that I still collect the universe action figures. You know, I want to catch them all to be like, oh my God, I have them all, you know, and they do this perfectly because I don't have to build it. It's just right out of the package and take it out, put it, you know, nice and easy. And I usually play Gundam on all video games, even since the PlayStation 2 day games, you know. And I played Armored Core before once. I didn't really enjoy it because, I don't know, maybe I enjoyed it a lot more on the Gundam series than I did on the Armored Core. It was too complicated and the mission was just a little bit repetitive. I'm losing on the time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But let me tell you that when I started playing Armored Core 6, because I hear the hype out of it, I was like, all right, it got me. It got me just like the Zelda game. I didn't know Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was going to be that good, and now I'm whole hyped up about it playing it. The same thing goes with Armored Core 6. For some reason, I started playing this game, and this game is phenomenal. I definitely give this game a 10 out of 10. A very perfect game. It's very hard for me to get a 10 out of 10, like just like Zelda. Zelda is just a majestic masterpiece and whatnot. This is very, very close to that level. Absolutely. I consider this game, Armored Core 6, one of the best mech games in this current generation. Like it's been a while since I play a mech game, and it's definitely been a while since I've enjoyed it. You know, there were other mech games that Gundam has tried to do, Gundam Dynasty and Warriors and whatnot, but it's just like it's not the same feel. I try to play some other mech games as well. Again, didn't feel it, but here comes Armored Core 6 with its game. And the customization and the storyline, everything about it is just amazing. You know, like I'm all about it. Honestly, I'm all about it. And I highly recommend people. I highly recommend people getting that game, Armored Core 6, for all platforms. You know, you got it on PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series, and Steam. Like you can literally play them anywhere. Like the game is phenomenal. Like and yes, it came from the company who I believe does Elden Rings and Dark Souls and whatnot. And surprisingly, I haven't seen any glitches or patches that needs to be worked on, which is something that's been common from these companies. But yeah, they came from those, and that thing that before it was a different. I believe Armored Core was in a different company, game company before. I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments down below to make sure. Yeah, it was a different game company. And then From Software took over and they made sure that they made this game like make sure that it's an actual mech game and at the same time has the same essence of playing a Dark Souls or an Elden Ring type game. It's amazing. And it has mission. It's definitely not an open world game, but it definitely, every mission doesn't feel like it's lackluster. No, every mission feels like, oh, right, I can't wait. And every time you finish the mission, you want to customize it to be more of your liking, of your style. And they have all of it. They have like from being a close range combat or a mid range combat or even a long range combat. And you can even switch it up however you want it. You want to be the melee person, but at the same time, you want to keep your distance so you can, put your weapons on top for long distance and whatnot, just in case, or you want to do the mid. Like however you like, and you can customize it with coloring and designs and everything. Like, I cannot stress how much I like this game, and I'm so hooked with playing it, and I cannot wait to finish it. Like, of course, the main course of this game is not that long. It's like 10 hours or so, but that's the main walkthrough. But there's other things to play around with this game. I think there's like online multiplayer, arenas and whatnot. I'm not that involved. I'm just in the campaign level, and I'm just customizing my mech to be one of the greatest and whatnot. And there's no level difficulty. It's basically your own skills. So whatever your skills is, like you gotta beat it. And sometimes it definitely gives you a big rage quit. It definitely does. But that's how that company works. And honestly, that I can't believe I'm saying this, but I like it on this game. On this mech game, it makes sense for me. Skills that kills, So I'm all forward to it. Last piece that I want to talk about is about the PlayStation Portal. Now, last week I discussed about how I'm very upset about the PlayStation Portal, how the PlayStation Portal itself was like, damn, you cannot download movies or games, you cannot play it, you have to be connected by Wi-Fi. That only made sense for for if you're, if there's people in the living room and people want to watch TV and you just want to play a video game. That's the only time that it makes sense to it. Other than that, like $200, and then the accessories is a lot. Like, man, it's too much. It's coming release on November 15th, which is pretty dope, I guess. But here's my thing. I said all of that, and I didn't get to the part where like, oh shit, it kind of benefits me right now. I don't have kids. I'm pretty sure we'll plan sometime in the future. I don't have kids. But every time I come over home, I'm very tired, and I definitely want to play video games just a little bit. But it's like, it's a lot for me to get out of to turn on the PlayStation, the TV, and play something right now, and then I'm falling asleep. It's like, I'd rather do what I do with the Nintendo Switch, which is like, all right, come home, shower, I come to bed with my wife, she goes sleep, and I'll play like at least a good hour in the bed, and I can just like enjoy it right there from the bed, either Zelda or Pokemon until I fall asleep. It's like, oh, okay, perfect, I'm gonna fall asleep. That's it. And at least I play a little bit. And I can do the same thing if I'm at work. If I'm at work, I can just play the Switch and whatnot, if there's nothing else to do. Not saying that I'm doing it, putting it out there, but it's just saying that I have the options for it. And I heavily criticize a little bit on the PlayStation Portable, because I feel like you're not looking at the big picture. This is exactly what you need, because there's so many PlayStation 5 games that I have that I want to play and I want to finish them, that I haven't got the chance to it. And I don't have the time for it, And I feel like obtaining the PlayStation Portal, it's going to solve all those issues. I'll be able to enjoy my games a lot more, and I'll be able to finish them. I want to finish them, and I want to enjoy the experience of it. But I want to finish it not in a rush, but on my own pace, Because if you finish it on the rush, then you're not really enjoying your experience, It's just, that's what it is. So I feel like I'm going to pre-order the PlayStation Portal. That's my take, because I feel like that's my time. Others, it's a waste of money. I get it. I stand behind you guys. I feel like I feel like Sony missed their opportunity on making it into like a PSP-esque, like actually able to at least have at least 500 gigabytes for you to download of video games and whatnot, at least, or if not, anything 200, and we'll just play one game at a time or something. And they missed the mark on that. They should have kept it. But I guess I didn't understand what they're trying to do. They try to do everything streamless, remote, and cost effective with games and whatnot. But it has to be played for the PlayStation. That's the part where I give like, fuck, bro. Like, seriously, it has to be PlayStation. It cannot be used by the cloud, even though I don't use the streaming service of the PlayStation for games. But it has to be like a purchase already game that you can play from the PlayStation and play it remotely. And you need the Wi-Fi. It sucks. But you know what? I understand that it works for me at my own home. Fine. And for $200, I thought it was gonna be free. $200, it's not that bad. All right? It could have been worse. So let me know what are your thoughts about the PlayStation Portal and what you guys think about the Portal and whatnot, guys. I'm here all about it. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at youtube.com/The Lone Wolv Podcast or at Lone Wolv Pod, when you can check all my latest episodes. Please click on the bell of notifications so you can never miss an episode when it gets aired. And also, you can check out my audio versions of the podcast at SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. You can all check that on my link tree here on the YouTube channel, or you can check on the Lone Wolv Podcast or Wolfpack Podcast on the Google search, and you will search. Remember, Wolfpack is with a V. I like it like that. I don't care. All right. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to do my best to cover on the next episode. Shout out to Mike Phoenix, Mike the Beast, Ruben, Manu, Chris. Shout out to all you guys, and shout out to everyone else who's been active and listening to my podcast and giving me constructive feedback and criticism of it, and giving me the support that I need. Thank you guys for always tuning in, guys. All right, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys know how much I really appreciate you supporting and listening to my podcast. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.
I can't do no more. I'm finally breaking. You lost all my trust. I'm walking out. Don't let it keep taking me away.